Welcome, future millionaires, to another episode of Personal Finance with Professor X. And today, well, it's the holidays, Terry, and as you can see, I am ready for Christmas.
Yes, I can see how you've been very cost efficient with your decorating.
I have been, because I want to teach everyone about saving money during the holidays. Today, we're going to give you 5 tips, not just for saving money, but also for getting more enjoyment out of your money during the holiday season. We're going to talk about groceries, we're going to talk about gift giving. It's going to be amazing. And when I was a kid, my mom would always tell us, if you're going to the grocery store, you should never go on an empty stomach.
100% agree. With Instacart and Shipt these days, you should never be grocery shopping on an empty stomach because you can snack at home in the midst of your virtual shopping.
Exactly, right? I mean, if you're buying groceries in your underpants, you can walk 10 steps to the pantry and eat something before you go on Shipt or Instacart.
Exactly.
Did you know that the average American spends about $50 a week on groceries? I know, they're obviously not shopping at Whole Foods.
Whole check.
Whole check, whole paycheck, oh my gosh. But if you've done the daily spending diary that we gave all of you a couple episodes back, you probably have a really good understanding for how much money you need to budget each week for groceries. And so even though it's $50 for the average American, if you use the 5-finger discount, you can make that number go down quite sharply.
I really don't want to use my holiday bonus on your bail money, but given who you are, you might not need bail money anyway.
Ouch. I may or may not have been shoplifting as a teenager. I don't remember. So anyway, point number 3. Point number 3 for getting the most out of your money during this holiday season. I want to talk a little bit about food waste, especially now with COVID and the holiday season upon us. And we're all about thinking about the welfare of our neighbors and friends and everyone else that might be less fortunate, right? Food waste is a huge problem. And it's not just an environmental problem, but it's also a budget problem. Because if the average person is spending $50 a week on groceries and you end up throwing away 30 or 40% of those groceries, that's costing you $1,000 a year. I mean, what would you do with an extra $1,000?
I feel like if you plan your meals for the week, you kind of know what you're spending, you can meal prep, and you know how far certain meals go. So if you're planning for yourself, if you're planning for your family, there's a blueprint to making your money and your food work for you.
Well, that's a great way to think about it, Terry. So let's talk about gift giving. It is the holiday season. There's a lot of expectations. Sometimes people might feel nervous or frustrated or afraid of like buying or receiving gifts. I mean, is getting gifts, is that your love language? Do you like getting gifts?
Actually, yes. Gifts are my number 2 love language.
Your number 2? What's your number 1? Quality
Acts of service.
Acts of service. That's kind of a gift though, right?
Yeah, it is.
That is kind of a gift. So you like receiving gifts. So giving and receiving gifts is a big part of the holidays, and it can be really emotionally overwhelming. But I really think it's helpful for all of you paying attention in class with Professor X to remember that it doesn't have to be that way. Giving gifts is actually deeply emotionally rewarding for us as human beings. Our brains are hardwired to enjoy not only giving people gifts, but acts of service and quality time. So when you're putting your list together and you're thinking about who's been naughty or who's been nice, for the people that have been nice, don't be afraid to splurge and get them something nice, because now's the time to do it. Don't give until it hurts, give until it feels good. There's a lot of research that shows us that when you give human beings money and tell them to go buy something for themselves, or if you give a different group of folks money and say, go buy a gift for someone else, the people that buy something for someone else have much higher levels of fulfillment and happiness after they buy something for someone else. It sounds crazy, but it's true.
Have you seen the Drake video, God's Plan? It was like a perfect blueprint for giving. He had a $1 million budget where he just showed up at a grocery store, out and about, and just handed people money. And the joy in that video was just so warm. It was a beautiful thing to watch.
And I have to say, as rappers go, Drake seems like a pretty happy guy.
He looks like it.
He sure looks like it, right? Unless he's like this.
He does that.
He does like this. Like he's like, you know, the sad Drake, or the Drake that's like this, where he's like that. Yeah. Anyway, we digress.
Yes.
Bullet point number 5. Number 5 way for your money to go farther this holiday season. It might seem a little trite, or it might seem a little bit, I don't know, what's the word, too Etsy-ish. Coming up with creative ideas for things that you can make at home that really take advantage of your talents and your skills to make gifts for people from your heart, I think is really, it's not only amazing, but it can also save you a lot of money. And those don't need to be gifts either. They could be experiences. You know, one of your, I think your number 3 love language is quality time, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. And so if you can come up with creative ways to spend time with people, that can be the best gift of all.
True. And during this time, I think gifts of convenience during like the pandemic and COVID definitely work. Or if you're lucky enough to come across a can of Lysol, that'll also be great.
Well, thanks for joining us. We wish all of you a happy and safe and frugal
holidays. Yeah.
Frugal holiday season. If you have creative ideas about gifts that you've given or you have received, leave a comment now so that we can learn more about other ways that you can save money or make your money go farther this holiday season.